Hello friends, hope you are all doing well. I am going to teach you a new set of video lectures on SAP ABAP technical module, which is a booming ERP product in the present market. Now before going to the topic, let me quickly introduce about myself. I am Ramesh Gedala and I am a SAP techno-functional consultant in which I am playing SAP ABAP technical role as well as sales and distribution functional module role. I'm working for the US client AbbVie, which is once a sister company of Abbott Laboratories. Let's begin the topic. What is SAP and why it is different from other ERP products? Also, let's know how does the name SAP origin from. Basically, SAP is a German software. In the past, they used to call it as System Analyze Program Entwicklung, and its translation in English is System Analysis Program Development. Afterwards, many countries started purchasing this SAP software, so the name got changed to SAP for its readability so that everyone can spell and understand easily. Its abbreviation is Systems, Applications, and Products in Data Processing. It should be pronounced as three single letters S, A, P, but not as a single word, SAP. It is one of the world's leading producers of ERP software for the management of business processes. Also, we came across a new terminology called ERP, which stands for Enterprise Resource Planning. We shall learn more in detail about this ERP in the upcoming slide. Now, before moving to the slide, there is a note point. Here, SAP is the name of the company as well as its product is also called SAP. What is ERP? ERP stands for Enterprise Resource Planning. Let's learn about these three terms in detail. Firstly, it's enterprise. Enterprise is nothing but an organization or a company, or it can be any business, no matter whatever the size it is. It can be either small, medium, or on a large scale basis. Next term is resource. For smooth running of any business, there are some essential resources required. We have already dealt with them during our engineering. It's nothing but 4M's concept, namely materials, manpower, machinery, and money. These are the main basic things needed to set up for any organization. Without any of these resources, we can't run a business. For example, let's take materials only is there, but machinery, manpower, and money is not there. If raw materials are there, but others are not there, we are not going to do anything with these raw materials. Similarly, if only manpower is there, but materials, machinery, and money is not there, there is no use to keep them in the shop floor. In the same way, if only machinery is there and other three are not there, the idle time of machinery will be more, which results in the use loss to the company. At last, money. If money is not there, nothing will be there. So, without any of these resources, we cannot run a business. These are the main basic things needed. Last term is planning. Well utilization of the above resources within an organization is called planning. There are some ERP softwares which business use to manage their day-to-day activities such as accounts and finance, procurement of materials, etc. like Delmia Works, Epicor, Oracle, Microsoft Dynamics, PeopleSoft, and SAP, and lot more. What makes SAP distinct from other ERP softwares? Before starting this topic, let's move to the previous slide. We have already discussed some ERP softwares. Let's know which ERP software is strong in which department. Now consider Delmia Works, which is a part of Dassault Systems. It is an ERP product which deals with manufacturing and production planning activities. There's another ERP software called Epicor, which deals with accounts and finance. Oracle is one of the ERP software which deals with finance and gives 100% results. Microsoft Dynamics is one of the ERP software which deals with customer relationship management. Called CRM. PeopleSoft is another ERP software which deals with HR department and gives 100% accurate results. There is an ERP software called BAN which deals with inventory management, or also called stock management. This tells us how much material is coming in, how much material is going out. Till now we have seen some ERP softwares, right? There might be a confusion and thereby arises some questions like which software we need to select, which one is best suited for our business, and what are the pros and cons of each and every ERP product available in the market. What are the operating costs involved? Like, there are many factors to be considered. Let's assume a scenario. There's a customer who is running a supermarket. He needs to manage his business with an ERP software. He then approaches an IT person like us who are working in a software industry. The customer will explain in detail about his business process and requirements to that IT person. Then IT person says, since your business involves transactions in stock incoming and stock outgoing, he will suggest BAN software as it's fulfill his requirement. Also, another customer comes to that IT guy and asks him which is the best software for finance. Then he would suggest Oracle as the best software solution. Now comes to SAP. Also, let's know the importance of SAP. Firstly, it consists of 120 plus departments. Let's know more about SAP by considering an example. There is a customer who approaches an IT person and says that his business requires 3 softwares like finance, HR, and inventory management. We already know that for finance, Oracle is the best software. For HR, PeopleSoft is the best ERP software. Similarly, for inventory management, it is BAN, which gives 100% results. So also the IT person says that there is a software called SAP. Even though SAP is not 100% strong in all departments, but for finance department, it can give 98% accuracy. Coming to HR, it gives 95% accuracy. And for BAN, it can give 99% accurate results. So overall, it will be giving 98% accuracy. This is all because SAP is an integrated system and it interacts with each and every department. So rather than choosing three individual softwares, there is a software called SAP which has all three departments in it and integrates well. So customer wisely choose SAP as the software as he can save a lot of time and also investment. Like instead of installing three different softwares in his company, he can use SAP as an integrated system. Now, if you look at the slide, take an example of Tata Motors, which installs SAP software for his business. It consists of multiple departments like purchasing departments, material management, plant maintenance, product planning, etc., which are all the minimum departments maintained by Tata Motors. We came with a new terminology called integration. It tells us that how closely departments are designed in such a way so that they can get required information within fraction of seconds. We shall learn more about this integration in the next slide. Before moving to the next slide, there is a note point. In SAP, departments are called as modules. Now, what is integration? We already know that SAP is an integrated system. The definition is as follows. Each and every module interacts with other modules and get the latest updates within the fraction of seconds within the same system itself. Let's consider an example. What does integration really mean? Whenever a customer orders some products, there will be multiple modules involved in SAP. Like for example, if we take a sales module guy and a inventory management guy, sales module guy no need to check with inventory management guy manually. He can check within his system whether the stock is available or not. If yes, he will be asking to deliver the product or else he will update them to maintain the stock. Let's have a clear picture. SAP ERP is a central hub system where it is surrounded by different modules. Each module in turn is divided into submodules. There is a note point. Each module integrates with other module through a package called ERP, which is nothing but Enterprise Resource Planning. Difference between ERP and non-ERP products. As we already know ERP products, let's learn more about non-ERP products. In non-ERP system, we need to create database tables, add entries manually, and through the help of front-end tools, data should be displayed. Here in non-ERP, everything we need to do it manually. Non-ERP softwares are classified into two, front-end tools and back-end tools. Front-end tools include Java, .NET, VB, whereas back-end tools include Oracle, DB2 databases. Let's know more about ERP and non-ERP with some examples. If we go to a tailor with a piece of cloth, he will take the measurements and stitch it accordingly. This is called non-ERP product. Whereas in ERP, already it is a ready-made product. We just need to do alteration according to our requirements. So here non-ERP system is not a ready-made product. Whereas ERP system is a ready-made product. And here in non-ERP, everything we need to do it manually. Like database, tables, structures, everything we need to do it manually. But in case of ERP software, already SAP has created some standard tables and structures based on the requirements, like sales related data, materials related data, purchase related data, etc. Advantages of ERP over non-ERP products. As we already know, ERP software is a ready-made product, whereas non-ERP product is not. Increased efficiency. SAP has considered the efficiency factor while creating database tables related to business. So there is increased in efficiency for ERP software when compared to non-ERP. ERP software saves a lot of time as everything is predefined by SAP itself. And there is a coordination among the modules, which is called integration, as we have discussed earlier. Lastly, it is improved customer service. As SAP designed enterprise structure, which is suitable for real-time business scenario, it satisfies every customer needs. Advantages of SAP. SAP is suitable for any type of business, no matter whether it is small, medium, or large scale. It requires less customization as SAP has created everything beforehand. SAP is available in multi languages with multi currencies. And there are two great advantages of SAP, like SAP can interact with other ERP softwares like BAN, Ramco, PeopleSoft, etc. And it can also interact with non-ERP softwares like Java, DB, .NET, etc. Let's go through some key points so far we have learned during this session. SAP is a German-based product. The abbreviation of SAP is Systems, Applications, and Products in Data Processing. Planning of utilization of all the essential resources in an enterprise is called ERP. ERP software contains predefined table structures and serves as a ready-made product. Non-ERP softwares like Java, .NET provides inconsistent solutions, time-consuming products. Interaction among various modules with an ease of access within SAP is called integration. Hope you enjoyed the session. Thank you, friends. We shall connect in the next video, which is on history and evolution of SAP. Until then, keep learning and share the knowledge.